first thing we had to do was figure out how we were going to feed these guys. And so that's what this building here is for. This is our food prep center. And inside is where we're going to be preparing all the meals for the cats. We go through about 80 pounds of meat every day.
Jesus.
These guys are obligate carnivores, right? So they have to eat meat. Meat, and only meat. For us, it's chicken, beef, pork, horse meat, and whatnot. But if anybody ever tells you that they have a vegetarian tiger, please run. Preferably faster than the person next to you.
Okay. Fair.
And so in the wild, they're gorge feeders, right? So they're going to eat as much as they can whenever they can. But that wouldn't be fair for them here. So we have to do a calibrated diet. And our diet is going to be based off of their activity level, their age, their speciation, their weight. All of those things go into doing the math because diet is part of their medicine. Food is medicine. That's an actual really important portion of it. And so they'll be, our biggest eaters are about 12 pounds. And our smaller eaters are going to be...
Oh my God. Wow.
Hi, Charger.
Charger.
So this is Charger.
I like the name.
So the name Charger is actually of historical significance. Charger is named after a wild tiger that used to live in Ranthambore, and that tiger used to charge elephants. And so Charger takes his name from that famous tiger that was known from way back when.
Wow.
Now Charger is also a super senior. So this April, he just turned 20 years old.
Wow.
So let's talk about tiger ages for a minute. If you're out in the wild, you have to be a professional athlete. You have to hunt to get your food, right? If you don't catch your food, then you don't eat.
Right.
So in the wild, a tiger rarely lives beyond 10 to 11 years. And that's because of just how hard the life is. But in our environment, they have the freedom from having to worry about that. They got a permanent food plan. If he so much as sneezes, then someone's going to be right there going, hey, do I need to treat you? Are you okay? So because people are waiting on him, you know, tooth and claw, he can be very, very comfortable in terms of being able to chill out. So Charger is
awesome.
A Bengal tiger. And the
Bengal tiger
is the most numerous of all the tigers in the world today. So if I were to ask you, what country is it that has the most number of tigers in the wild, where would you guess?
India?
India, yes. Why is it India?
Because it's a massive country?
No, not quite. It actually has everything to do with culture. So in India, the tiger is considered their national symbol.
Okay.
And so it's like the bald eagle is for the United States.
Right.
So they do a lot of work trying to make sure there's conservation for their national symbol. Now, if I were to ask you the question of which country has the most number of tigers in captivity, where would you guess that is?
U.S.?
It is not the U.S. A lot of people think that, though.
Africa?
It's not Africa.
Australia?
Not Australia.
I have no
Believe
clue.
it or not, it's China.
China?
Is it?
Yes. And
Well, China's massive too, so...
Well, it's also a cultural thing. So for
is it?
China, the tiger is more of a commodity. So there are still traditional Chinese medicines that utilize tigers as a part. And that basically allows them to want to get them on the market for research, educational, and cultural purposes as a donation from the National Wildlife Repository. And they represent things that were captured at our borders that essentially allowed us or allow them to tell people. When it's food time, we will place the pans of prepared food down inside these smaller areas.
Okay.
And then we will secure the door and open up the sliding black door to allow the animals to come in. They will be able to eat in peace. And while they are in there, we enter the main enclosure and do all the work that we have to do. We pick up every shred of poop. We grade that poop because we want to know what kind of health is going on. We empty the tubs and the buckets, bleach them out, scrub them out really well. Make sure that they are in position to have some fresh water. And then we'll do any repairs that we need to inside, whether it be the wood or any steps or, you know, moving their toys about. And importantly, we always leave them something to do, some kind of enrichment. And enrichment is a huge portion of their lives, trying to make sure that they can stay active mentally and interested in the world. We have an enrichment wheel.
Oh my God!
So this is Tiana, and Aurora is actually resting right over here.
Oh my!
So this is Aurora.
Aurora.
Yes.
Whoa.
She's beautiful, yo.
Tigers.
Yes, both tigresses.
Hey,
these
cutie.
two are getting ready to, very shortly here, turn 4 years old.
Four.
Four.
So
4 years old.
babies.
Yes. And at 4 years old, they would just be reaching that part of adulthood where they would start thinking about finding their own areas. But they, together, have enjoyed being with each other's company. As you can tell, tigers really like the water. In fact, you can see that the girls have been in and out of that tub quite frequently with their little paw prints that they leave all over the place. But they came to us out of an excess breeding circumstance. And, you know, breeding tends to be one of those radioactive topics when we talk about that for big cats. Because hi, Tiana. Hi, Aurora. Yes, you're very cute.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
This is amazing.
No,
So
no,
that
no.
noise that you're hearing is called a chuff.
No.
And
They're
that chuff,
smelling, right?
no, that's actually a hello. That's how
Oh, a
tigers will
hello.
say
Is it?
hello. Yes.
Ooh.
So when she came up and she chuffed at you, she just said hello. And oh, by the way,
How
you
can
were
I do
just
that?
this
How
far
can I
from a
do that?
tiger.
I was.
And see, I told you.
Oh, hello.
Yes, hello.
Hey,
So
cutie.
the other thing to look at that's really cool are the whiskers. So you see how she's got whiskers that are about the size of her head? That's because for a tiger, their head is the widest part of their body.
Aurora, say hello.
So
Hey,
essentially,
cutie.
yeah, you got to learn how to chuff. Say hello to her. Go. Yes, I know you hear it. There you go. So she's giving you the slow blinks.
My
You're
God.
good. Down. Thank you.
Aha.
Good girl.
Wow. She's obedient too?
We work together, right? You don't make a tiger
Right,
do anything.
of course.
But you can provide them with rewards enough such that they're willing to work with you.
Fair enough.
But it's all got to be mutual respect. You got to respect them like you respect the
Oh,
lightning.
They
I
understand the no
understand.
and the yes?
They do. That doesn't mean they're always going to listen, but
It's
the
a
thing
cat.
is that they are like, you know, they have their own opinions. And so
Okay.
no is entering into
Their personality.
their personality, right?
Different personalities.
Let me see that beautiful face. Oh my God.
¿Cómo dice colmillo en inglés?
Through which? The teeth? Which piece? Put this in perspective, right?
Sure.
These guys, you know, you've already seen, they're beautiful, right?
They
You
are.
know, they look like you just want to cuddle them and you want to just kind of play with them and things like that. But when we talk about strong, there is a next level of strength
Oh,
that
yeah.
we don't think about as humans all that often.
Sure.
So take a look at this, for example. Yeah, come on over. This will not bite you. But this is an example of a tiger toy.
Yes.
In fact,
How
this
hard is
another
this?
Con las
item.
uñitas, como los gatos.
It is made out of similar stuff as your self-healing cutting boards.
Right.
Wow.
It's like plastic or something?
Yeah, it's just hard plastic, and they
Hard
tear it up. These things are surprisingly expensive. They can end up costing almost $200 just for these things.
Where do you get those?
There's a company called Wildlife Toy Box that makes these for rhinos and elephants and whatnot.
What?
But also, importantly, they like to take these in their tubs. So if you can picture this full of water and you got to pull it out, so it can be quite an exercise. But until they see something like this.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
bowling.
This is a bowling ball.
It was.
Whoa, it was.
It's look at the cracks.
So when you're looking in the jaws of a tiger, you're looking at about 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. 1,000 pounds. Now,
Jesus.
think about this. It only takes about 15 pounds, 1.5, to break a human bone. So you do the math. It's not even a competition. And so this is how we like to remind everybody that these guys are not pets.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because this could be your curtains, this could be your rug, this could be you.
Whew.
And this is just a good time on a Sunday afternoon. Now, when it comes to strength, 1,000 pounds per pressure.
Just one day. They did that.
Oh no, this is over time,
Oh,
certainly. But when you think about, so we do a lot of different modifications to their homes to make sure that as they age, they can still have appropriate care. This is actually a really good example because what this is showing is kind of the ramps and some of the things we do when they get older because they can't always jump up to the top.
Right.
And so we want to make sure that they're comfortable. And in that time, they will use these ramps to get up on top. We'll modify the tubs, we'll modify the buckets, all of those things.
That's like their tub or something?
Yeah, that's a tub. It's an empty tub right now.
Oh, okay.
This enclosure is not in use.
You got a little jacuzzi going on?
But they do tend to love it.
Sure.
So we're getting ready to switch species here.
Okay.
And I'm going to introduce you to our lions. Oh, Sayombe.
Oh my God.
Hello,
Are you guys
Delana.
watching? Oh my Lord.
Malana.
Jesus.
Is the lioness. And Sayombe is the male lion.
Sayombe.
Oh,
Sayombe, yeah.
Sayombe. I love the name.
So this is, those are their posters here. But Sayombe and Balana are both African lions. They are pretty big creatures, as you can see.
Yeah.
Balana tips the scales at right about 430 pounds, and Sayombe last weighed in at 535 pounds. Big fella. But lions are different than the other cats in a couple of ways. Primarily that they're very social. And that sociality...
They have like a scanner here. Gives you information about Balana?
Balana.
Balana. Oh, look at this. That is pretty cool. It'll tell you her... What does it actually tell you? Can you tell us?
It tells you a little bit about her story.
Okay.
And then it also should have a little video that's in there to give you a little bit more information about watching her.
Look at that. Birthdays. What she likes.
What she likes.
Dislikes. Look at that. She dislikes having her naps disturbed by the rowdy cubs next door. That's awesome.
Yes.
Look, you guys, this is something that I'm looking for. You see that? That is pretty cool. And every single animal has it, right?
Yeah, you saw several of them back there.
Right. I just I was so like, I just wanted to look at them, but.
And we also talk about some of the other things that are going on around in the area. So we've got some up there that talk about what we do for animal care, what we do for wildlife, the wildlife corridor, what the status of conservation is.
Okay.
So it's not just the cats, it's also about the larger story.
Okay.
It's about what is taking place out in the wild, what's taking place domestically, and more importantly, hopefully getting people interested in understanding that there's more to them than just a brand. That's the biggest
I like
challenge.
That. That's pretty dope.
More to them than just the brand, because anybody around the world knows what a lion is, but there are some people who still haven't even seen it.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
Inkosi.
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 Whoa! Guys, I can't. Oh my! Look, guys, how much in feet is this? I've never been this close.
You are 6 feet away from the enclosure, and you are probably about 20 feet away from him.
Dude, like.
So Inkosi is our keeper of the roar. So he is the one who will be the first to sound whenever the evening comes.
Okay.
And people talk about the lion's roar, but until you've experienced it, it's unlike any sound that you've experienced. It is a powerful noise that can be heard from almost 5 miles away.
Jesus.
And if he were to walk up and just start sounding at you from this distance, you would not only be able to feel it like somebody started a motorcycle next to you, but you would also be able to see the compression wave of how much he's pushing that air.
Wow.
He has a very unique mane, goes all the way down his belly.
I see that.
That is natural. We don't cut it that way. It's just that's the way that he's been built. Yeah.
So his name Inkosi.
Inkosi.
What does that mean?
It comes from the Zulu word for king.
Oh, that's dope. You guys heard that? Can you repeat that again?
Yes, Inkosi. It comes from the Zulu word for king.
And that's the king right there.
And so the sociality is really interesting about these guys because they use their roars as a tactical tool. So out on the wild, they will make a sound, that big roaring sound, and then their pride mates will respond. And they will count to listen, to say, okay, there's so-and-so and so-and-so. And they know how many voices they should recognize. But if there's a voice they don't recognize, then they may start paying very close attention to it.
Sure.
If it's just a few voices, they may get up and challenge that voice. But if sometimes the other two, it depends on who's in what mood. So Sayombe used to not sound unless Balana sounded.
Oh, really?
Then, if Sayombe tried to sound, Inkosi would not respond to him unless Balana did. So
they have like a little chit chat going on?
There's a chit chat, yes. That's all the way there.
Oh, look at my boy Stitch.
Stitch.
Oh, wait.
Yes. So here's Stitch.
Oh, he's looking right at us.
Stitch is an African leopard, and he is what would be called a normal colored leopard. Now, this is one of the most elusive cats that you would find out there. Yes,
His name is
hide
Stitch.
very
Look
well.
at that.
And the reason for that is primarily because they are on both ends of the predator and prey exercise. A leopard can carry prey that is equal to their own body weight up into a tree. So if you've ever seen pictures of an antelope or something that's hanging from a tree, hanging or dangling from a tree, that animal didn't jump up there. It's because a leopard brought it up there to eat in peace.
Right.
They are also different than the other cats because they would be considered true solitary. Whereas lions, they will find ways to get along with each other. And tigers, even though they have wide territories, they often overlap. And in some cases, like the girls, they can get along with each other. Leopards are going to be by themselves for the most part. The only time you usually find two leopards together is a male and a female together breeding, or a mother raising young.
Okay.
And that mother, she usually looks like she's ready to kick those cubs out. And she's ready.
Cool.
Now, with that said, a very important...
Florida Panthers, there we go.
Florida Panthers, yep. And importantly, the wildlife corridor is something that was set up in 2021, and that guaranteed that there was going to be a highway for Florida panthers and many other species to be able to move throughout Florida, north and south. It's an important step in being able to allow the species to survive, but it's also a challenging step because we've now become a very populous state, a very popular state where a lot of people move here to. And a lot of people love Florida, except they want us to get rid of our mosquitoes and our snakes and our spiders and our alligators and so on, so on, so on. But Florida has a unique ecosystem, unique amongst any place in the United States. And protecting that really falls on all of us to learn how to work within the confines of the areas that we have, as opposed to constantly wanting to bulldoze everything. For a conservancy like this that has been able to remain wild and natural Florida for as long as it has, it sends a really powerful and important message in terms of what people want for things these days, which is a lot of recognizing that we can live in combination with nature.
Why not?
Yeah. So,
makes sense. Powerful message, man.
Something that we just, we always try to make sure people hear about.
Hell yeah.
And the problems that every single one of these cat species have are the same problems that we have, where we want to use the land, but they need the land as well. How we, as an intelligent two-legged species, solve that problem is really what is indicative of how we are going to be stewards of nature and how a culture can be powerful for nature. So...
beautiful, man.
My hope is that
well said.
Through some of this messaging and whatnot, that people have a chance to think about that. But I really encourage people to just get out in nature. Come and do an experience like this where, from where you started to where you finished, whole different perspective.
Yeah, man, I got to say, man, I was scared at first. You got me scared. But it was pretty cool. Like, I'm not going to lie. Definitely, if you're in the area, you need to stop by. I mean, we saw, like, cats like almost right here, right?
It sure felt that way, didn't it?
It sure did. So we had mad fun, and I think we'll definitely come back.
Sweet.
Definitely. Well, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Say goodbye.
Later, all.
Look at that.
The lake is one of my favorite things to look at.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying that if you see, like, what were you saying? So you see,
those
like,
things that look like bubbles right there.
Yeah.
Those are actually turtles that are just sticking their head up above the water.
Let's see if you can pick it up. You see them? That's pretty dope.
I know that we've got our alligator that is wandering around here somewhere.
Well, it's okay. We don't have to see him, bro.
Well, we never know where he's going to show up. We never know.
That's true.
But
just a friendly neighbor, right?
Well, so here's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile.
Uh-huh.
Alligator, if you walk up and go boo, they run from you. Crocodile, you do that, they're going to eat you.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
They are going to eat you.
That's true. Look at that. Wow. Si hombre, balana. Look at that cutie, yo. Wow. Beautiful.
We actually have the facility built in kind of 3 separate parts because, we got some cats that like people, that don't mind being seen, along the fronts. But sometimes we have some cats that get more nervous with audiences. So we let them stay a little further back,
course.
do that for behind the scenes and whatnot. And we also have the luxury suites because the facility continues going back that way where we've got cats that are on behind the scenes, where we will be able to visit with them with handlers and trainers and whatnot. But ultimately, we're going to walk straight through here. There's nobody in either of these enclosures, so you're fine.
Oh my God.
No midnight. So I want to introduce you to midnight.
Oh.
Hello, midnight. I see you. So this is midnight. Now, this is the melanistic leopard. So if you look at her shoulder and you look at her head, you can still see the spots. That's what we mean by black spots on black fur.
I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but look at that. Let me see if I can show it to them.
It's super challenging.
I don't think we can actually show this.
But this is one of those things that you get to see
Up and close, yeah.
Behind the scenes that you almost can't even get a picture of.
I can see the spots.
But you can see them with your eyes, right?
And that compared to dog years, how does that work?
Well, it depends on how you do that calculation, because they'll say that for dog years, it's like once every 7 years or something along those lines.
Right.
Cats reach maturity faster. So that means like the first 2 years can be almost like 12. And then the next couple of years can be a number that's similar, because by the time they're about 5 or so, that's like reaching somewhat like middle age.
Okay.
So you got to do the kind of weird math that's in there.
Okay.
And then you take a couple more years going forward until they start hitting about 10 or so.
Okay.
But you will find a lot of different types of calculations out there in order to show cat years. There is not a calibrated way of doing it for big cats quite the same way, but as a sample size, you can kind of see the similar pattern as what the smaller cats have.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're a little wild.
That's crazy.
So we're going to come up along the back edge.
All right.
I'm going to have you follow me, because Aurora may want to come over and say hi.
All right. Sure.
Hi, Aurora. Where's your sister?
Oh, look at you. I see you.
She's a peeking, but she'll probably come if we keep on coming down this way.
Look at this kitty. Are you watching her? Oh, yummy.
She's a blinking.
Oh, look at you. What?
Yes, you. I know you're watching. Yes, I see you.
She's just peeking like, ew.
So.
Oh my God.
Hi. Yes, hello. You're saying hello. If you like that spot, then you can just lay down.
I don't think I've ever been this close to a cat.
There you go. Good girl. Thank you.
Oh my God.
One of the more important functions of what we're trying to do here is to create an environment whereby both species can feel comfortable. If they feel comfortable, and I can get you to feel comfortable, then now that opens up the conversation. And you get to listen to what it is that they're trying to communicate, even as they are learning to communicate with you at the same time.
Right. Wow. I've never had this type of experience, like being so close. That's crazy. Look at you. Oh my God, you're a cutie. Hello.
Yes, very cute.
She knows. She knows.
So there's a lot of facial.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you can tell how close I am to this animal right now, but I'm gonna show you.
She's at least 3 feet away.
3 feet away, like literally, it's staring right at me. Well, kind of. Look at that. And her name was?
This is Aurora.
Aurora. Look at that beautiful name. Hey, baby. You're a cutie. You're a star. Wow. Look at those paws.
Yes.
They got, look at how they chat. They have like a little chit chat going on. Go ahead.
She's looking at other stuff now.
They've been like chit-chatting since we got here. That's dope. Wow. Amazing.
Important about all of the work that you're seeing here, we are one of the country's largest volunteer-driven organizations that work with big cats. And that's so important because it's what allows us to keep our focus on our animal residents as opposed to having to think about it purely from a financial standpoint. Doesn't mean that we don't always need assistance and help. So if anybody has found any of this of value, then please look us up online, consider donating to us. All of the resources are going to help these guys have the best life possible, as well as all of the other cats that we want to be able to help that are out there.
Hell yeah. You got like a website, or what do you got?
Yeah, visit us online. We are at cflar.org. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram. Look up CFLAR Big Cats or Central Florida Animal Reserve for anybody that's in the local area. We got lots of fun events that we're doing and need all the support from the community that we can get. So hope to see you out here.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Appreciate it.
Is that you can't pierce the rural boundary without a whole bunch of red tape.
Mm-hmm.
We were successful at getting the wildlife corridor in place, but that comes at the cost of all tiger tonic that was confiscated by U.S. Fish and Wildlife coming into our country. And the practice of traditional Chinese medicine, where animal parts are still used in there, is still very real. And this is just a sample of the kinds of things that can be sold using the parts of animals that are endangered.
Wow. So look at that, you guys. That's a tiger what?
It's called
Tiger tonic.
Yes.
I wonder what happens if you drink that.
I'm not sure, but I'll tell you what they think is going to happen. They think that it's going to clear up skin, or it's going to help with rheumatoid, or it's going to give them virility. It is part and parcel of the power of suggestion versus any kind of real science.
Right. Jesus. That's insane. If you want to like buy some merch, they got like different, look at this cutie right here. See? Pics, painting prints, and then nice shirts. Look at that. That's pretty dope. See that? You can support here. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. I think I'm gonna get one of these. Let me see what this is. Look at that.
So I do have two things
Oof.
for you guys.
Okay, so I'm proud of this one. He just gave us this, and it says, "I survived a big cat encounter."
Those are for you. You may have already snagged some of these, but these are cards that we ask that you give away.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. We'll take that, and we'll take a shirt. All right, let me see. Let me see. I think, which one you guys think I should get? I think I like this one too. I like this one a lot. Pero esta como que me gusta, like Central Florida, me gusta el print. I like the print. Maybe you got this in large? All right, I'll take large. Thank you. This was actually a pleasure, and we'll definitely be back. I promise you. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day, you guys.
Absolutely. Send some folks.
Thank you. Right now, we're about to leave, but I just want to say a few things. So this place is actually amazing. The staff was great. We felt the love since we got in. So I just want you guys to come check it out. You know, if you want to have this experience, I've never had an experience like this, like having a cat that big, so close. And I love cats, but that was huge. So yeah, swing by. I don't think you guys are gonna regret this. The price was not that bad for the experience. It was like $25 each. We even got shirts. We want to support Florida, Florida's wildlife. And I think it's, you know, this is a step forward, you know? So bring your family, bring your friends. Central Florida Animal Reserve is the place to be if you want to have encounters with like beautiful big cats and stuff like that. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Take it easy, y'all.